Hello and welcome to this conversation. I am here today with Mr. Sudhindra Bhadoria, senior leader of the Bahujan Samaj Party. I will be talking to him about the post-UP strategies of his party. Sudhindraji, welcome to this conversation. My first question to you is, do you think that a section of the Dalits cutting across Dalit caste lines, that is Jata, non-Jata categories, cutting across them, some of them or a section of them has voted for the BJP?
About 22% is the population of the Dalits in this country, and we have polled about 22.8% votes. I would not say that 100% have voted for us, but overwhelmingly large numbers of Dalit population have voted for us from all hues and shades.
But have some of them voted for the BJP also, is my question.
Well, I think that is a question to which we will have to look into with more depth, because we have a fear that this election has been also manipulated. There is a feeling among the opposition parties that the EVMs have been manipulated, and it is for this reason Bayan Mayawati has raised this issue in the parliament.
But when you win the election, you're not you're happy with the EVMs. When you lose an election, you're unhappy with the EVMs. So let's leave the EVM question aside. I don't want to get into that. My question to you really is leading up to the following: that could the aggressive promotion of Hindutva agenda in the run-up to the general election of 2019, could it create a Hindu unity across caste lines? That is, Dalit or OBC, these categories will not matter. What would matter is whether you follow the Hindutva ideology and you support that or not.
Well, BJP and its leadership is very clear about their strategy. They are pursuing a conservative Hindutva agenda and pushing it very vigorously. Now, in order to counter that, we need a counter narrative, and that counter narrative has to be around those forces who built democracy in India, who built the constitution, who wrote the constitution. And I must underline this fact that Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar played a very pivotal role in the shaping of the constitution of this country. And the shaping of the constitution, when I say, it also means that the democratic, secular, tolerant character, but with equality as its fundamental basis. Now here we see, very recently, just 2 days back, seen the interview of the Chief Minister of UP. He says that the caste system has to be there. I mean, a system which is abhorred by all, even some of the leaders, I mean, a liberal face of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he also acknowledged this. But for BJP's present leadership of trying to promote caste system, promoting the old institutions of Hindutva, and particularly their writings, which one of the popular writing was Shudra, Pashu, Dhur aur Nari, ye sab hain Taran ke adhikari, means that the Shudras, which includes the Dalits and OBC.
This is what Tulsidas said. This is not what BJP said.
No, but they follow it in letter and spirit.
But your point was that we need a counter narrative. Whatever you have told me has been the narrative of secular parties up to now. How is it a different narrative?
Well, the counter narrative, when I say that we must take the constitutional spirit and carry that forward. I'll tell you why. Now, we have also, the present opposition have made their own mistakes also. Now, imposition of emergency, that is not part of the constitutional narrative and faith. For instance, opening of the doors of the Ram Mandir, that gave space for these Hindutva forces. So they also have to realize their mistakes of the past, and we who are in the opposition, more particularly Bayan Mayawati ji, has from time to time always worked towards a very meaningful political working, where she has been able to work in a manner where democratic system is there preserved, and other forces are also given, political forces, social forces have a place in the system.
But she's shown a remarkable inability to either sustain alliances or enter into alliances or find common ground with other political parties?
Let me give you two examples. In 1994, when the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party came together and we defeated the Bharatiya Janata Party of that time when the Babri Mosque was demolished, it was basically Mulayam Singh Yadav who betrayed us. A lot of our workers, our party district functionaries, they were thrashed. They were being annihilated, liquidated. Our organization was completely getting destroyed by these people through muscle and force. So therefore we had to fight back to safeguard the interest of the Dalits and the poor OBCs and the poorer larger sections, and that is what was the reason for the collapse of that. And let me also say that even in future, when we came together, it was they who betrayed the trust. They who betrayed, because we said that no Ram Mandir. We said that we will not allow this communal agenda, and that is why even with the Congress, when Mr. Narsimha Rao was the leader of the Congress party, these social compositions and political coming together could not last because they tried to betray our faith.
But she has, if you say that BSP is opposed to the BJP and its program, she shook hands with the BJP not once but twice.
There was a time in UP when the lumpenization of politics was taking place. The criminalization of politics was at its highest point, and it is for this, in order to safeguard the poor from the lumpenization, that is for a larger cause. When we had to unite, it was not with the BJP, it was with Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a liberal face of the BJP, who was all the time. Within BJP there have been leaders like Atal Bihari Vajpayee who have had a positive liberal agenda.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Do you think there is a danger in UP today that given your election debacle, that in 2019 Dalits might desert the party en masse and move to a national party? Whether it is the Congress or the BJP depends upon the agenda. My suspicion is they will desert you for the BJP. Do you agree?
Well, I completely deny this. This has no basis, and time will prove it. Even if we fight alone,
yes.
I can say this with confidence and all responsibility at my command that not only Dalits, all the poor, along with the Dalits, will stand by Bahujan Samaj Party, which was formed under the leadership of Manavar Kashiram and Bayan Mayawati ji, which has been championing the ideas of Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar and Mahatma Phule. This cannot die out.
Okay, fine. So in that case, do you think that this election performance would prompt the BSP into thinking that perhaps we should form alliances with like-minded parties to oppose the force of this Manuvadi forces or casteist forces or Hindutva forces?
Well, we have to see how things shape up in days to come. We have to also see that on many issues we have been working with the opposition on in the parliament also. Bayan Mayawati ji has been very positive. Well, it would all depend on how the opposition, other opposition parties seek support and meet and resolve the challenges that are there today. The real challenge today is of communalism, of also trying to do away with the present constitution. This is a very serious challenge, I think, of the time, and that would also depend on other leaders and parties.
But what are you willing to do to forge such a common platform with others?
Well, we will definitely respond to the call, such call, whenever it is made to us by any responsible leader of the opposition party. And Bayan Mayawati ji is a very positive person. Her commitment, unflinching faith in the constitution is there, and she would do everything to safeguard the constitution of this country.
Okay, that's very, very heartening to hear. So let me ask you this: you are also a thinker. You have been a socialist, or still are. What could be the principle of forging a common platform against the BJP in Uttar Pradesh and in the rest of the country?
Well, we have to see today the Uttar Pradesh elections are over, and So next elections are a little far away. The present challenge will be a national challenge, and in this national challenge, as we see after the oath of the Chief Minister in UP and the coming to power of the BJP, like they did in Uttarakhand earlier and and also in the northeast, I think it was one of the northeastern states, the manner in which democratic governments were being, they were trying to do away, dislodge them. Similar things have happened in Manipur and Goa. We are, yes, Arunachal, that is what I meant. And similar things are happening now in the rest of the country. So therefore, it is the responsibility of all the opposition parties to protect the elected governments of the opposition and also to forge a policy of cooperation to safeguard the constitution of this country.
So you're saying that one of the issues that can unite all the opposition parties on an anti-BJP platform is to safeguard the constitution.
Absolutely.
But what is your new agenda? This is still a reactive agenda. Mr. Modi sets an agenda and other people start reacting to it. Is there a positive agenda that the opposition has today?
Well, the fact that these people have started talking that we want a Hindu Rashtra, they want, as I had said earlier, that in 1947, one day before India got its independence, they said that this tricolor is a bad omen. We need the Bhagwa. So that whole agenda is in their mind and they are slowly and gradually pushing the country towards it. Let us understand that their agenda will not stop here in UP and by Modi ji alone coming to power. The ultimate objective is that for that ultimate objective to be stalled, I think the constitution only provides us the basis. No other document provides us the basis for it. And I think in that the judgment of the largest bench of the Supreme Court that the fundamental nature of the constitution cannot be changed should become the basis, and from here we can carry forward. And I think it is a huge challenge before all, and I think we as a nation should stand up to it.
And BSP would not be found wanting in supporting this agenda?
Well, BSP has, let me say this, we are inspired by the ideas of Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar. He was the one who was the key person in the framing the constitution. We are committed to the constitution not only in letter and spirit, to each drop of our sweat and blood is committed to the constitution of this country.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to me. That's all we have for you today. We'll be back again with another personality